they've tapped out. Glanders tapped out. They've lost Gahey. What's his name tapped out? They're the striker Mateta. They lost Eze. They're finished. Just don't get relegated because I need to renew my season ticket. That's all I care about. Like, it is what it is.
I want to ask Cuff though. Obviously, we got a win yesterday. Are you hopping back over the fence, or are you still with us now? You converted. That's what I want to know.
Okay. So before we get to that, we're gonna have a bit of Q&A with you before we leave. But let's talk about. All right, we're now sitting in 10th place.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the FA Cup. We've got Villa at the weekend. We're still in the Champions League. How optimistic are you for the remainder of the season?
I'm not going to lie, I haven't been very optimistic. I was pretty much thinking about that. I was nailed on for like 10th position. I was like, we're not getting European football this year. Especially the last 2 months, I've felt that anyway. But I do think because the league, as I've mentioned, is so close from like 6th downwards, I think probably obviously we'll get that extra place again this season in the Premier League for Champions League. I think we will get that. I don't think we're going to get Champions League this season. I don't. I just think that's it. I do think that ship sailed now. As I said, anything can happen in this league at this point, but I do think that ship's probably sailed. However, I'm quite happy with any form of European football because I genuinely think that if we play in the Europa League or the Conference League that we could win it. I genuinely do think that. So yeah, I am still optimistic. The hope's there. It's a hope that kills you, as we all know. But obviously after Saturday we could be out of both domestic cups. So that could be great. And yeah, obviously we've got a relatively on paper a decent away, decent tie in the Champions League. So knockout tie. So in second leg is at home, so it could be all okay. I just want to see us get in the knockout phase of the Champions League. That's all I wanted this season. That's what I said. So we've done that. Well, playoffs. Fingers crossed we get into the knockout phases. And yeah, just one of those seasons that want from week on week I'm changing my mind. So yeah, I'm being a bit fickle this season, to be fair.
All right. So if we had to pin you down for a league finish, where do you think we're going to finish in the league?
I'll say 7th. I think. Where I'm optimistic. I don't think we're going to be, as I said, in the Champions League spot. Whether or not we get, I don't know if we can get 6 Champions League places or not. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't think we'll be top 4 or 5. But I do think we could if we just go on a decent run. All it takes is a couple of games, that we've won, and we'll get up there again. Because as I said, it's so close. But yeah, 7th.
Okay. Liam said, agree, Kendall. The aim is to build European integrity each season. Europa would be a long-term step to go every year. Okay. Big up Jono. He said, would you take a straight swap of Tonali and Omar Mamouche? I think it could be our version of Salah if we get him to the Toon. A lot of people do rate Mamouche. He's playing second fiddle at the moment. Maybe not impossible. But I think that the sweetener would be we'd have to give them Bruno or Tino. But we'll see. Liam says 7th with an FA Cup, I believe. We're not winning the FA Cup. I'll tell you that for free. We're not.
Don't set him off, D man.
We're not.
Liam is the captain of positivity. Don't set him off.
All right. Kendall.
Nitty-gritty now.
There's been a few questions in there, or a particular question that we all want to know, right? Are you Eddie in or are you Eddie out, and why?
At this current time, I'm Eddie in. Because I don't feel like at this moment there's anyone to replace him that I would take as a manager. That is basically my first reason. I just don't think